Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you, make sure you hit that subscribe button below with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on the channel. So thanks so much for joining me today. We are going to dive into your month of July. What do you need to know? What messages do the angels have for you? And how can you best navigate this month? And as I take a look at your spread and connect with the energy of everything, I do want to say that there's such a powerful leveling up for you this month. And I feel like this is really epic. I feel like you've been doing a lot of tweaking, a lot of work, a lot of adjusting, and it's like some things just genuinely click for you where you are going to find yourself on the other side of this more connected to your confidence, more connected to your power, and more connected to your intuition, to that intuitive part of yourself. So while I think there may be some challenges through this month, I think this is truly a leveling up that you're going to be going through. And what I feel for you is actually like you're going to be receiving a lot of energetic downloads. So when we receive energetic downloads that are assisting us in our leveling up process, that can sometimes feel uncomfortable. And I just feel like for you guys, there may be some physical discomfort connected with that. So that can feel like just physical sensations, that can feel like difficulty sleeping, that can feel like twitching in the body or discomfort in the body. You might feel energy flowing into one of your chakras. The major chakras tend to like go right through, down through the center of the body. So you might feel that, like for example, in your heart chakra, right where your heart is. You may feel a surge of energy, which can sometimes feel like anxiety or make you feel a little bit more on edge, more anxious. I think I said this already, but difficulty sleeping or weird flow of energy too, where sometimes you feel like you have more energy, sometimes you feel more drained. I feel like that's really strong for you. And what's funny is like one of the ways that I'm being shown that you may attempt to handle that is and I don't know the connection, I'm just going to pass along the message, is through spending money. You may feel pulled to make some purchases this month or to just be a little bit haphazard with your spending. And the message here is to make sure that you're not doing that. In fact, let me go to this card, the Six of Earth, which is in connection with the overarching themes. These cards that we're reading are the overarching themes for this month. And the Six of Earth is really saying like, just be easy with the spending of money. It's not that like you can't have an abundant month, but I just feel like there's such a message of make sure that you're putting some money away into savings, make sure that you're not overspending, make sure you're not going crazy with the money, because I think like maybe there are other months that are going to be more abundant for you, right? And there may be some things that are tighter, or you're feeling more well, not more drawn, but you need to be paying off certain things, you know, being responsible with money, that kind of energy. I think if you can do that, you're going to avoid a lot of just stress in regard to your finances, okay? And again, we have the Empress card reversed as well. So this can also suggest that maybe things aren't feeling as abundant. I also feel like you are going to be just exploring like, where am I in alignment with my best life, and where do I need to tweak that a little bit? What changes do I need to make? How do I begin to take steps in the direction of the dreams that I have? Or maybe you don't know what your dreams are, and so maybe it's an exploration of what your dreams are so that you can begin the process of giving birth to your dreams. How can you, I do feel like this call to say like there is a need to be more vulnerable, to be more open, to allow yourself to open, whether it's to certain dreams that you have, certain relationships, but allowing that openness to come through as well, allowing yourself to connect also with that inner nurturer. So that person who gives but also is willing to receive love as well. So there is a bit of that energy here too. But you're connecting with your light. Here we have the star energy, right? And so I feel like there are some things that you're worried about, or like some things that you're thinking about taking on, and you're not quite sure about them, but intuitively I feel like you know. Intuitively you're like, this is like what I'm supposed to do, but then fear steps in and blocks you, or makes you afraid, or makes you feel like you don't want to move forward with this. And this is really saying move forward. And the card itself says happy times. Make positive, optimistic, long-term plans on the right path. So this is just your validation that you're on the right path, but it's also that validation that you are connecting on a deeper level with your light, that you are connecting maybe even with leadership, because we also have this King card here, okay? And the Star card can be a leadership card as well. So you may find yourself feeling called to lead. You might doubt yourself, you might not feel ready, but you will feel called to lead. And this is leading in a way that honors both yourself and other people. And this King energy can do that really, really well. So, in fact, I think it says enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in charge. So the leadership that you will step into, wherever you feel called to lead, will be benefiting the people that you are leading. So be open to that. Be open to taking that on and expanding in that way. I feel like that is one of the ways that you will be growing this month, and it might require you to be a little bit more front and center, and it might require you to be a little bit more vulnerable, more open to possibilities and to exploring like this path that your soul is trying to show you. The next set of cards that we have here are connected with barriers or challenges that you might expect throughout the month, okay? And the first one is the Seven of Fire. The Seven of Fire is not allowing other people to tell you who you are, to tell you what you need to choose. This is about standing strong in your truth, standing your ground. You may feel as though you need to defend where you're coming from. And we do, when we defend, we do that with light, we do that with love. We don't do that aggressively or do that in a way that's harmful or hurtful to other people, but standing strong in this is my truth. You can choose to believe this, accept this or not, but this is who I am. This is what I am. This is what I believe. This is what I'm doing or what's next for me. And you can support me or not, but I'm going to continue to follow through with this. So that may be a challenge as you find yourself maybe having people trying to pull you in different directions or influence your beliefs or the choices that you're making. The next card that we have here is the Nine of Earth, okay? So there is, again, like there's kind of a need to like spend money in some way. And I feel like this is sort of a coping strategy. Like, okay, if I focus on this over here, then I don't have to do the work over here. And this is really saying, again, be responsible with your spending decisions. Be aware of how you're spending. That's just really key. We don't want to use the spending or even just focusing on how am I going to make money as a distraction from the other work that you're doing this month. And the next card that we have here is the Ten of Air. Okay, the Ten of Air is about a release in some way. It's the ending of a difficult situation. Sometimes it can be a letting go of an addiction or addictive behavior. So recognizing and allowing that to be released. I feel like this is something that you're not quite loving letting go of, but there is something that needs to end. There is something that needs to change. There is something that needs to be shifted, renewed in your life in order to allow this leveling up. And so you've got to release it. You've got to let go. I feel like you know what it is or who it is or what circumstances it is. So let it go. Let yourself move forward. I don't think this will be easy for you, but I think it'll be worth it. The next card that we have here is the Healer card reversed, okay? So just making sure that you're taking time to provide healing to the body. Again, I feel like your energy might be a little wonky, might feel a little all over the place because you are receiving so many downloads. It's really interesting to me that you guys are going to be at that level. We are collectively receiving a lot of downloads, but it does seem to be really Pisces, like you guys are doing a lot of leveling up in this way this month. And so you may want to, if you have somebody who does, for example, energy work or something like that, this is a good time for you to receive that work, or to do like meditations that help you to work on your energy field, or whatever tools that you use to help bring yourself into balance are going to be especially important this month. And also, don't push away things that are coming into your life, or people that are coming into your life that are helping to heal you, or that can help to heal you. You know, don't be so stubborn and I can just do it myself. Allow people to help you. Again, allow yourself to be vulnerable, allow yourself to be open to receiving help. The next set of cards that we have here are the gifts that you can expect. Okay, so with the Page of Water reversed, I feel like this is like, how do I explain this? Like, you're kind of like at a standstill in terms of, like, maybe you've had a lot of people coming into your life in the past several months, or you've been really expanding your network, expanding your circle. And this to me feels like there's a bit of a pause with that, because it's time to really get clear on what it is that you want within your connections, within your relationships in your life, and get clear, you know, what that looks like for you, and what boundaries you have, and you know, what relationships do you want to work on deepening, and how do you need to get there? Because I feel like there is a level of understanding, a level of change that needs to happen to allow you to, again, be more open, to be more vulnerable, to feel more connected, or to ask for what you need within certain relationships in your life. So I do feel like you're going to get there through this month. And the next card that we have here is the Justice card reversed. Now this is interesting to me, because this is saying that you are going to feel like something isn't fair, like justice hasn't been served in some way, and there is going to be an anger, a frustration, a hopelessness connected with this. But this is showing up in the gifts category. So what I'm feeling like is whatever this is really a jumping off point for some growth, some change, some development for you. And this doesn't feel wildly far out. I feel like this just helps you to see things differently, or to make changes that you need to make that allow things to move forward in a positive way. So try not to get too discouraged by this. Just allow it to set off this work that you are doing on yourself. The next card that we have here, the last angel card, is the Renewal card. Okay, so a cleansing. There's a cleansing. Again, I do encourage you to do some kind of an energy cleanse this month, even if it's just like Epsom salt baths or something, whatever it is that you like to do for your energy field. But there is a cleansing, there is a release of old energy and an opening to the new, a stepping into a new energy portal, a leveling up in your energy field, a raise in your vibration. So you're doing some things really, really right. So keep working on, what is it that makes me feel good? What is it that makes my energy feel good? What is it that makes me feel high vibe? All of that stuff. But I feel like that is also going to come in, and I do feel like in a lot of ways you're going to find yourself moving in a new direction, having more clarity, and moving in a new direction in certain areas of your life. So this I see as a positive. I don't see it as stressful or negative. I just think you're kind of maybe done with certain things and ready to transition into something else. So the next cards that we have here, I actually pulled two with the archetype cards, and it's interesting to me that I pulled two because we have the guide and we have the visionary. Okay, so you are tuned in, tapped into your intuition. You are receiving a lot of downloads. Your job is to listen, and your intuition will come through in the form of appearing like it's your own thoughts, ideas, just having a sense of things. There's so many ways that we receive intuitive information, but I want you to listen. I want you to honor that knowing that's trying to guide you, that's trying to show you, because if you can do that, I think that it's going to be a wildly joyful and successful month. So those are your messages for the month of July. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button below, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care, guys.